What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. So let me address this. And if you saw my previous video, you know I covered a lot regarding this no running rule in showbiz and just different things that shouldn't be allowed in boxing, period. This is a new day and time, and unless people within boxing, people within sports and whatever other professions and whatever are influenced by Donald Trump and his racism and his DEI bullshit and everything else. For y'all that don't know it, ICE is working with Donald Trump to where even like traveling, your personal information, your passport, where you're going, how long you're staying, who's involved, like who's in the car with you, who's flying with you, all of this type of. So you go in certain places and where you used to see a nice diversity of people, nope, no more, all of this type of stuff. So here's my deal. Let me see how I'm going to start with this. I'm going to say this for starters. The WBO, and I say allegedly, they are, allegedly are looking into stripping Teofimo Lopez for his racist antics. Now, when you sit here and tweet the hell with racism and whoever, the shoe fits or wear it or whatever, he said something to that effect and talking about how there's no room for racism, how trash talking attracts people, but racism shouldn't be allowed from anybody, and they don't care who the fighter is, they're going to investigate. What is it to investigate? What exactly? Unless for some reason you've been living under a rock and don't know anything at all about what's been coming out of Teofimo's mouth, which I know is BS, because first off, this is a fighter that represents the WBO. He's holding your title. I'm going to tell you guys. See, every time someone says, I don't worry about those guys, I don't even let them get, no, you guys overlook how you get results. Your voice is a very powerful tool. The internet is a very, very powerful tool. This is how you communicate with these people. I keep telling you guys, every time I agree with you, but you know what? No. It's not about let's not let them get to us. No, we need to put a stop to this nonsense. And I say allegedly because until he's stripped, it's just words to me. And in fact, he could be stripped and then somehow, guess who's in line for another WBO title shot? What is suspending him going to do? This is a person representing your company, your promotion, your brand rather, your sanctioned belt, the WBO. And anybody with any decency, it shouldn't take us to have to get out here and make videos or someone directly jump on, X and reach out to you. You should automatically been turned off. But if what you say, if you stand on what you say, if you believe in that, you on your own accord wouldn't have had to been contacted by anybody. You would have said, nah, hell no, what is T.O. doing? No, we're not going to have this meeting. He'd have been reprimanded. He'd have been stripped automatically. And he would have had to make a public apology. See, this is one of the things, like when you hear me say, I'm not with all that apology, forgive shit, because this is what I'm saying. If a person understands what they did was wrong, then the apology comes from them. No, there was no excuse. I was wrong. If the apology is only because you're trying to keep somebody's good graces, then it's not genuine, which means that person will do the same thing again. Okay, and so as far as the WBO goes, and anybody that wants to do business with these racist bastards, I have no respect for them. And you shouldn't either. You can't be, I'm respectful. I'm not racist. I'm against it. But yet, you will break bread with these people. You will sit there, take photos with these people, and you will treat them as if they just have the right to be racist and say whatever they want to say. But somehow, when an individual is directly affected by something, that's the only time you want to hear people really speak out. I'm personally pissed off, so now I'm going to say something. No. So we'll see what the WBO does. Because he should be stripped. And that shouldn't be tolerated from anybody. And if Teo gets away with this, see, Ryan opened the door. And Teo saw what Ryan did. I told y'all this before, and he's like, okay, and he's using this. But it's not like he's saying it just to say it. He's really a racist piece of shit. So even in the video where he's talking about where that nigga at, and gonna say, I said where that liquor at. And he tries to make it seem like talking about, oh, y'all worried about Terrence Crawford, but y'all ain't think about what he said about my pops. Fuck you and your bitch ass pops. If Terrence Crawford said something about your pops and you decide to retaliate with racist antics, so like I said before, did you send him was you a part of sending a banana and watermelon to Keyshawn Davis? Was it because he said something about your pops? And if it was about him beating your pops bitch ass, well, your pops deserve to get worse done to him. Y'all still don't learn this, calling people niggas, right? And trying to act tough. He in there hitting the bag, and his father talking about no distractions, no drinking, no drugs involved, no, all that stuff he's saying. And he's going to say, oh, I said what that liquor at, because he said my pops is an alcoholic and all that. You sound like a fucking 12-year-old, man. We'll see what the WBO does. In terms of Teo, he already showed his true colors. So I don't understand what all the confusion is about. Stephen Fulton. What the fuck are you talking about, man? I just want to talk to him, just see what his head is. You know what I'm saying? Wait. I just want to talk to him, yo, why you doing this, bro? Yo, bro, what is it? Y'all just want Teo to be a cool dude? Y'all don't want to admit that Teo's fucked up? What is it to talk about, Stephen Fulton? What is it to talk about? Or is it that you just don't understand racism either? When you fought Inoue, you had so many Americans in comment sections talking about how Inoue was going to annihilate you. Now, I personally thought Inoue was going to beat you too. I thought pretty much you won't be able to outmatch him in speed or power or boxing technique, IQ, any of that. That's how the fight played out. Now, when you said you were drained, some couple years later now, hey, you feel stronger going up in weight and all that, you was drained and okay, whatever. I ain't getting to all of that. When everybody was like you was making excuses, you this, you that, your race came up. Or do you not read the comments that people say about you? And I say, ain't this some shit? You got a black American going to fight against the Japanese, and they're going to choose to take the side of the Japanese person. Why? If you was a white American, you think the white Americans would have been going against you? Do you think that's the case? But even black Americans, it's one thing to say who I want to win versus who I think is going to win. But no, they was trash talking you. And I'm like, I don't think Stephen Fulton's overrated. I don't think he's a bum. I just think Inoue's better. You took the fight. It happened. You said you think your skill set overall is going to be too much for him. You're going to be able to outbox him. Your weight or nothing came up in that conversation, right? You fought, you lost. Don't make you a bum. What was said about you wasn't publicized. And it wasn't coming from Inoue's mouth, but it was coming from fans. Do you know how many of us black brothers were sticking up for you? Not lying for you saying we think you were going to win, even for those who really thought you were going to win. But bottom line is the fact that we was fighting race fans verbally through these messages in regards to them throwing shade at you. Here you are, a black man, talking about you just want to talk to this bitch ass motherfucker. And say what? What you going to have a therapy session for him? What you going to pray for him? What the fuck is it you're going to say to him that's going to change him? And why would he even want to talk to you anyway? About what? I just want to know, what's going on in his head, yo? We're trying to see where his head at, yo. The motherfucker then explained to you where his fucking head is and what type of piece of shit that he is. And do you guys remember in the video, I'm not even sure if this is the video I pulled or not. I think I deleted that video. Shit. But anyways, I said, if Tio tries to even apologize, or if he just like say something about it, like him saying when he said, I'm doing all that racist shit, I said he probably got threatened to be stripped or suspended or something. Or maybe he's trying to make himself be able to feel safer wherever he goes. I think I did pull that particular video because I was making videos and just technical shit. And I think I had to pull that video. And that video is about 16 minutes long. I think that's the one I pulled. I think that's the one I pulled. But bottom line, now all of a sudden the WBO makes a statement. I deal with reality. I don't make something to be what it's not. You know, like when you used to watch those old shows back in the day, those old sitcoms, and it'd be some shit with some dude is like, how about a girl like you hook up with a guy like me or some shit, and she'll say some shit like, you really want to hook up with me, don't you? Oh yeah. Drop dead and walk away from him, and he look at his buddies and go, she wants me. That's what you guys do in real life. You hear a person say what they say. They do what they do. Disrespect, all of the nonsense that they do. Somehow you find it in yourselves to make excuses for these people. So, you know, I don't understand Stephen Fulton with that bullshit, talking about he want to just talk to the motherfucker. Talk to the nigga for what? Talk to the nigga for what? What, so he can lie to you like he lied to Terrence Crawford? Terrence Crawford already talked to him, right? What did I get him? Did you not hear the motherfucker when he gonna bitch up in person, right? But then as soon as he's not in front of anybody, he goes back into whatever, you know, his bullshit. And bottom line, it wasn't gonna go no further than what it went to. It wasn't going to go no further than that shit. It wasn't going to be no Terrence beat him down, stomped him out. No. First of all, people that got involved. The most was going to happen was Terrence Crawford probably to try to grab him and take him down and try to, you know, use his strength to do some shit to him. Like try to embarrass him or something. You'll say you sorry. It wasn't going to be no ass whooping. Stop that shit. I'm talking about cutting motherfuckers up with your fucking knuckles, breaking their ribs, breaking both sides of his jaw, putting the boots. Nah, it wasn't going to be that. Stop it. So what the fuck Stephen Fulton gonna talk about to this motherfucker? Nobody trying to hear that bullshit, man. He that's his interest, is just wanting to talk to him to see where his head is. Like, you heard every fucking thing he said, yet somehow you just need more. All right, whatever, man. And then what happens when he feeds you his bullshit? Yo, he ain't really like that. Yo, he really a good dude. Yo, he said he just doing that shit for promotion. But like I told him, like, yo, you ain't like, yo, I know, you ain't gotta be doing this, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just let your skills show, yo. And yeah, right. And then it's a conversation. And then a week later, he's calling somebody else a monkey. All right, he's doing more antics. Well, like, something about you black brothers, man. I don't know what the fuck it is, man. I don't know what it is. You want to talk to this nigga? Nah, he don't need talking. He need to be spotted. There you go. And dropped. Bottom line. Nah, walking comfortably around motherfuckers like he just got it like that. Nah. Another thing is, T.O. said, if you black and you see me and you think I'm racist, don't give me that and don't ask me for interviews. When that motherfucker made the comments, when he was asked by that black interviewer, who do you want to fight? Was it Tank Davis or Crawford? And he said, whichever monkey wants the banana. He said that to a black man. So what that black man, whether he realizes it or not, when he sat there and allowed Teofimo to say that shit, you know what the fuck happened? Teofimo looked at him and inside he's like, "Ah, you a bitch." Cause I guarantee you, if some Latino dude was interviewing Tank Davis or interviewing Terrence Crawford or whoever, and he said, "So who you want to fight?" You know, Canelo or Teofimo. And one of them would have sat there and said, which one of them banana boat riding motherfuckers, which one of them banana boat riding motherfuckers want the fucking banana? The monkey ass, banana boat riding ass Mexicans want the motherfucking banana. You think they'd have sat there? No. Nah, and to this day, It will be channel after channel after channel after channel with thousands of fucking views and thousands of comments about how racist Tank Davis is and how racist, Terrence Crawford is. Bottom line. And every one of these people will be saying, yo, they should be suspended and stripped of their titles. Yeah. But you sit there, a black man, allow this. This dude, Math Hoffa, that got his show canceled, or whatever the hell's going on with this shit, have Fat Joe sit there. First of all, let me tell you this. These comments were made by a bunch of racist FBA, bunch of broke-ass niggas. Once again. And you want to know what's so fucked up about that situation too? Because black people are so divided. But look at it. Math Hoffa's Jamaican. He's not black American. So is it he ain't talking about my people situation? Or you just a fucking goofy and don't realize, nigga, he talking about your stupid ass too. He talking about your people. Nigga, you get pulled over by the cops, they don't give a fuck about you being black American or Jamaican. You just a nigga that they pulled over. So if you gonna be treated in a derogatory way because of your skin tone, only fucking difference about you, who and what you are in terms of your nationality, your ethnicity is in your fucking head. You wouldn't have said on Fat Joe, like I said, you wouldn't have been talking to Fat Joe, you wouldn't have been talking to Cuban Links or any other Latino about their people in a derogatory way. They just sat there and not let you know that that's some racist shit and they ain't feeling that. Nah, just leave it to black folks though. So now all you made it known is that, I'm not a black American, so I'm black and I use hip hop just like punk ass Busta Rhymes, bitch ass motherfucker, that fake ass Jamaican ass fucking accent. He can't even do that shit right. And this, all of them. Somehow when something said about black Americans, now when it's hip hop, they all want to debate over who the best rap, over here sucking men off about who's the best lyricist. Who gives a fuck? But then, when it comes to some real serious shit, now all of a sudden your career ain't going nowhere. Now you want to embrace your Jamaican side. So let's use these American niggas to make money off of their fucking hip hop. Let's dress like them, talk like them, walk like them, act like them, talk about how, yeah, nigga, I'm from Brooklyn. Yeah, nigga, I'm from Harlem, nigga. I'm from Jersey, nigga. Nigga, I'm from, wherever. I'm from the Bronx and all that bullshit. But when you too much of a bitch to stand up to somebody for being completely disrespectful, now you want to fall back like it wasn't like that and try to give your side of a fucking story. Everybody heard and saw what happened. Don't nobody need your fucking side of the story, right? So here's the deal, right? You say all of that bullshit, and when you're asked, why'd you sit there and act like that was okay? That's my man's So that's how your mans talk to you? I know you black, but I'm going to disrespect your people. I didn't even know what an FBA was. FBA means Foundational Black American. I ain't one of them. I'm Jamaican. Fucking Busta Rhymes, stupid looking pot-belly, hair-sprayed motherfucker. Yeah, man, got a little chicken and some raw tail. Like, man, stop that shit. You sound like a fucking asshole. You don't even say it right. Shut the fuck up. Wyclef did that same shit. Wyclef, people thought this motherfucker was Jamaican back when he was at the Fugees. Come on stage and shit, jumping around doing reggae shit. You Haitian. Then all of a sudden, once your career, damn, I ain't shit without the Fugees. I mean, I got production skills, but damn, my name ain't out there like it was. Now you want to fucking start wearing tight high-water suits, shoes with no socks, playing a fucking guitar like you Jimmy Cliff. Made that bullshit fucking Creole album and that shit ain't sell. That shit ain't even go fucking plastic. Now you want to embrace your Haitian side so much. Then all of a sudden, when you want a hip-hop show, you bet, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you too old to be talking like that. Grow up. Y'all don't understand this shit. Somehow, everybody see black people don't have good social ethics with each other. We segregate ourselves. We don't show love to each other. Shout out to all my Aboriginal people out there as well. And we don't show any unity. They ain't worried about us making progress and making strides in this society and being able to handle this economy and these rich motherfuckers, all the Jay-Z's and Will Smiths and where all these rich ass multi-millionaire and billionaire, where all these motherfuckers at to help build schools and build up, institutions, we can start to do what nobody else want to do. Nah, we ain't. Nope. Nah. That's not what we about. They don't care about that shit. Yeah, you can go to Brooklyn, you can go to Queens, you can go to all 5 boroughs, you can go all around New Jersey, you can go out here places in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, you can go places, and guess what? Jews own schools, they own the laundromats, they own the supermarkets, they own all that shit. You see them walking with them little pigtails, them little fucking teacups on their goddamn heads, and you know what? They look out for each other. Not us. Now, we'll see how things go with the WBO. Last video, I talked about this stupid no running policy. Showbiz the adult, he's all for it. He tried to give his little bougie explanation. I told y'all he's a good old boy. He tried to take up for Tio. The controversy. It's no controversy. He said where that nigga at. He gonna tell you where that lick at. Showbiz, you call yourself the adult. You should be adult enough to understand. Teofimo knows what he's doing is disrespectful. He's offending a whole race of people. He don't care. And you know how back in the day, they would have sitcoms and shit, like Sanford and Son, and like he'd be talking to somebody white. You know his character was he was prejudiced on the show, right? So they would say something like mention something about a white person, and he'd say some shit like, some of my best friends are white. That's like a racist go-to line. So when Teofimo tells you he got black people in his family, yeah, exactly. Yeah. How could I be racist? No, you are racist. You probably don't want them niggas in your family. Probably be like, why you married that black motherfucker? Why you, yeah, bottom line, fuck whoever's in your family, and fuck the fact that they if they're cool with this shit, cause I be making it known that bitch ass motherfucker, I'm married to this motherfucker's sister, or I'm married to whatever, fuck this mother. Bottom line, whatever. We don't care about your affiliation with them. That's your business. But Showbiz is out here, I told you. First of all, Showbiz the adult. How do you respect the dude wearing a fucking taco hat? How do you respect the grown-ass man with a big, giant, yellow taco hat on his fucking head, like a big-ass kid? How do you take him serious? But once again, let me show you the difference. He has a big platform, right? His voice is heard. Racist people will embrace him because he plays neutral and he plays the coon role. Y'all know what time it is with Showbiz. I'm willing to bet you if he's married, his wife ain't black. I'm willing to guarantee you she's not black. He probably got little mixed kids and all that. That's all cool. But my point is, I bet you whoever he's married to wouldn't let him disrespect her people. I bet you she won't let you disrespect her people, but you want to play neutral. You see, this is what I be telling y'all. Y'all quick to sub to somebody's channel that don't give a fuck about its people. They don't care about the truth. They only care about what's going to get them ratings and views and subscribers. What's going to pull in some money. How much money they going to monetize this month off their YouTube or whatever channel they got. That's all they care about. They do not care. I can tell you guys flat out, TikTok don't want you to say anything truthful. You speak against white supremacy, you speak against racism, you speak against capitalism, you speak against any fucking things that's an injustice to this country. And they want to, anything. They want to flag your video. They don't want you to, no, you can't say that. Why? Because it's true. That's what it is. Showbiz probably ain't never had a video flagged because the motherfucker don't do nothing but kiss ass. Let people say a bunch of shit they shouldn't, but he act as if it's okay. Well, I guess maybe he's scared because he's doing interviews now that he might come across face to face with one of the motherfuckers. And I guess obviously he ain't built like that. How the fuck could you see Teofimo walking down the street and not punch him in his motherfucking mouth? And how could you sit there and interview the motherfucker, them big bug eyes, and fucking smile and laugh with the motherfucker like it's so, and make excuses for this dude? Really? But This is why I don't fuck with a lot of people. I told you. He was one of the first channels when I first started doing my boxing channel. My boxing channel wasn't the first channel I did. I told you guys before I had a Raiders, Los Angeles Raiders at the time. Of course they went from Oakland, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, whatever. And I told you that shit was not the way I'm like, nah, man, this is crazy. And I really didn't know what the fuck I was doing as far as setting the pages up. That's why I ended up with another channel. And then I decided to do a boxing channel because, hey, that's what the fuck I do. That's what I'm like, cool. All right, let's get this popping. And when I was at like 50, maybe between like 30 and 50 subscribers deep, I came across Showbiz channel, not looking for shit, just boxing. I guess the algorithm shit, whatever. So everybody who I came across, I didn't know these people, so I'm not looking for them. I'm just seeing boxing channels because I'm, boxing related issues. And I'm not trying to be facetious once again, but I think he's a little bit slow, man. Like, he could be, like, you know what I mean? Like, the way he tried, I'm not saying to make no excuse for him. I think he's an ass-kissing motherfucker. He's a good old boy, like I said. But even the way he laughed, how he be trembling and shit, and he be cracking up at his own jokes. Like, yeah, I got the joke, it just wasn't funny. But he be cracking himself up. And I'm listening to him talk, and I could clearly hear how this dude is a Canelo nut hugger, how Canelo could do no wrong. And I noticed he makes so many excuses for Latino fighters. He does. But you know how you always hear when they talk about Latino fighters or certain fighters from other countries that they got a whole country behind them. And I realized what he was doing from the very beginning. Them same racist ass fans that's biased towards somebody because they're countrymen, they will subscribe and like you because they're like, see, he's a good old nigga. He does. See, he gets it. He does what he's supposed to. Uplift us and make excuses. Have you ever heard this motherfucker rip Ryan Garcia apart for his racist antics? Have you ever heard him rip Teofimo apart for his racist antics? Have you ever heard him rip Sergey Kovalev apart for his racist antics? No, he don't even address this shit and attack it. He tries to make peace about shit. But he definitely talked about when Devin Haney said the fucking so-called, or when Devin Haney said, I never let a white boy beat me. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. Racist people don't respect you as a coon. They just tolerate you more because they see you got no backbone. And they know that no matter what's said, you're going to either play neutral or try to justify some bullshit. So for Showbiz to sit here and even entertain this whole, did he say liquor or did he say nigga? Nah, y'all, he said liquor. You sit there with a taco hat on, man. So I really can't expect anything intelligent. Honestly, a grown-ass man wearing a fucking taco hat. All right, so at the end of the day, if you got to do stupid coonery, childish shit in order to get subscribers and viewers and shit, whatever, I mean, just saying, y'all. And that's why. Do you think that anybody want to work with a guy like myself who tells it like it is? Do you think any of these motherfuckers want somebody sitting up there militant as fuck that's going to put it to you the way it's supposed to? Now, I know how to be professional, absolutely. But see, I wouldn't even interview Tio. I wouldn't even interview Ryan. Why? One, they little bitch asses wouldn't come on my show. Two, if they did, I could not sit there and interview these motherfuckers and let them give their bullshit side of the story when I already know it's bullshit. And then, let them get, nah, fuck that. I would only interview respectful fighters. I would only interview people who I don't have a reason. They never gave me a reason to look at them sideways. And I would not collab with other content creators who I know are ass kissers. I wouldn't collab with other content creators who I know are a bunch of sellouts, a bunch of fucking biased coons that only care about views and subscribers. So for me, nah. And I wouldn't be walking around no microphone sniffing up these fighters' asses, turning their backs to me, walking around talking to motherfuckers, and I'm sitting up here jumping in line trying to get... Nah, that shit ain't for me, bro. Nah. Nah, nobody want to work with a real stand-up black man. They want to work with these little coon-ass motherfuckers. How many fucking times have so many of you said, I can't stand listening to Tim Bradley when he fucking talk, man. He be fucking glazing these fighters like, what fight are you watching, Tim? Right? He know boxing, but with certain fighters, you see him change up. Andre Ward does it at times. Different people. Sergio Martinez. How many times have we heard these motherfuckers? Even like, for example, people that was too stupid. You know, racist motherfuckers always got to answer for everything. Stupid people, period, always got to answer for everything. When I said, how the fuck is Devin Haney the bad guy? When that guy referenced him as the most hated guy in boxing, how? By fighting a fucking cheater? A lying racist cheater. A dude that showed hate, racism, no professionalism, and complete bullshit gets embraced. But the guy that fought clean, made weight, honored his contract, and did not disgrace the sport, went in there and fought a cheater. And all of a sudden, he's the most hated man in boxing? Oh, it's because of his dad. It's because he... Now, shut the fuck up. This is exactly why this generation gets no respect. Y'all are straight pussy. Nothing of substance matters to you guys. You're childish as fuck. I don't know this nigga Showbiz age. This motherfucker sitting here with a fucking yellow taco hat on his fucking head. Whatever, man. You lose a bunch of clowns, man. So when I'm sitting up here listening to this shit and I read these comments, what else does somebody need to say to you for you to understand what you're dealing with, what's in front of you? So I say, well, I tell you what. For anybody dumb enough to make excuses for Ryan or any of these other people, that's on you. Just know, if and when you decide to try to actually stand up and do the right thing, it'll probably be too late for you. Nobody respects a sellout. Staying away from certain situations, not engaging in certain situations, because that's basically what I did. I tried to keep this strictly just boxing, and then I'm like, you know what? It's too much real shit going on, and I can't not talk about this. And I started, little by little, incorporating different things into the channel to talk about because it's needed. We're not going to act like we don't see what's happening. And the only way to get justice is to take action. Not by sitting back being quiet like a good old boy, just waiting for it to go away. Nah. No. How do you get a bully to leave you alone? Do you stand up to him or do you pray? Do you cry, you just run, or do you fight the fuck back? Everybody that I've ever known, my mom included, who's no longer here with me, all like stories I heard about them, you know, somebody bullying them and shit like that. But everybody I know that's been bullied, that finally fought back, wound up whooping that bully's ass, and they all said the same exact thing. I should have did this a long time ago. Okay. So sitting here being quiet is what we do way too much of. We don't need to be quiet. We need to get our point across, and we need to make it known. This will not be tolerated. Let me show you something. If Teofimo Lopez would have said, I swear, the next motherfucker say something about my racism, I'm gonna blow the building up. I'm gonna go to Madison Square Garden, I'm gonna blow the building up. Nobody won't fight there again since y'all gonna fuck with me. Do you think that they would investigate, or you think they would immediately took action? So, and I think you guys know the answer to that. So, what's so different about disrespect and hate speeches? Huh? What? You do know when racism is tolerated, racist people will physically attack people? I mean, every time somebody gay gets beat up or gets jumped or something, everybody say it was because the person's gay. It's because there's transgender, and it's all over the news, and everybody cry about it, and they say that that's what the motivation was, because the person was gay, right? Or the person was a transgender. Okay, well, they show hate to that transgender, that gay person, that lesbian or whatever, right? So if that's the case, and that's what the attack was about, not because of nothing they did, but because, oh, there's a gay, there's a transgender, cool. You don't think that people do that with racism? How would you feel if your grandma, your daddy, or your little baby son or daughter, how would you feel if they had a racist doctor and they came to you and said, Mr. and Mrs. such and such, sorry, but the baby didn't make it. But then you come to find out that that doctor could have saved your baby's life. They purposely didn't because they racist. Now, how would you fucking feel if you had proof and evidence, but the judge was like, I don't see this as proof of evidence. Well, I got video. Well, you have to make it known that you have video with the courts. You can't just come and play video. They do everything to protect them, huh? How would you feel then? How would you fucking feel if you could see your baby screaming up in the window and your house is on fire and that fucking fireman purposely stall, pretend they can't get up the ladder. They do everything purposely to stall. So your baby, and you just watching and listening to your baby burn up and scream. That's the last images you got, and you, huh? And that person did it because they was racist, huh? How would you feel if you got attacked by some people and they stomping you out and they calling you every racial slur possible, and they get away with it? And then you going, but I know they got a surveillance camera. Y'all could get their faces and this and that, but other racist people don't care about your situation, huh? So they, well, man, we don't know, sir. Well, I mean, well, those cameras don't work. They're doing everything in their power to not bring justice. How would you feel? How would you feel? How would you feel if you got pulled over by a racist ass police officer and you know you ain't do jack shit, and the officer, he's just violating your rights? They're doing everything to try to get a reaction out of you so they can try to beat the shit out of you. It's just you by yourself. It's like 12 fucking cops. Like, all of this shit. For what? Huh? How would you feel? How would you fucking feel? And they calling you racial slurs and everything, huh? You go get a lawyer. You try to fight the case. Huh? The motherfucking, what if your attorney racist as fuck? And your attorney know without fucking proof you got no case, but they don't tell you shit, right? And they tell you enough to make you think you got a case, and then basically they just take your money, whatever their fee is, and you lose. And that whole time, that racist ass lawyer like, yeah, I'm gonna get some money from this motherfucker. How would you feel to know these things? So how the fuck do you think we feel to know our history, to see what's going on right now, but nobody cares if you don't look like us? How the fuck would you feel, right? And then when you motherfuckers don't care about us, we supposed to care about you when somebody say something about your people. Nah, man. Nah, it shouldn't be tolerated by nobody. By nobody. The problem is, in this fucking day and time, the motherfucking racists, the hateful people, the guilty ones are the ones playing the victim. They want to flip it around because they just evil ass people. That's just who the fuck they are. But when you stand up to the machine, when you stand up to the monster, all of a sudden, oh, two wrongs don't make it right. Man, fuck that and fuck you. We don't put up with that shit. So, yeah. Yeah. Showbiz is the poster boy of what a good old boy is supposed to be. I'm not a slave. I'm not a coon. I'm not a monkey. I'm none of those things. You understand what I'm saying? So when these motherfuckers are talking all that bullshit, and somebody like him sit there interviewing them and smiling at them and playing nice with them and just ask a question, let them explain their bullshit side of it, that's why people felt some kind of way towards Cameron and Mace. The only difference is they probably don't have a whole lot of, if any, boxing fans watching their show. But the fact of the matter is, T.O. sat there and lied on their show and nobody checked them. Oh, I didn't even know who the nigga was. You don't know who the fuck coming on your show, man? You just bring motherfuckers in, but you sound like a bullshit excuse to do nothing about the situation. See, and let me show you, give you an example. When you see Mace talking to the camera, telling Jay Prince, we ain't your little niggas. This and this and this. Don't let my look fool you. I'm nothing like the way I look. Once again, you see how easy it is for black people to clash. You knew what Jay Prince said, and this was all in response to something I think was Shakur, with them saying Shakur was boring. And once again, another black fighter. right? But you see what I'm saying? But Tio comes on your show with his bullshit. Nobody checks him, and I didn't know he said it. Oh, okay, right. Now that you know, now what you got to say about him? Nothing. Yeah, but I mean, he was already on the show. Right, Shakur wasn't on your show at all. You just called him a boring fighter, said it was a dead fight, so all this other shit about him, and then Jay Prince pretty much said what he said. Y'all don't know nothing about boxing. May sat there and said that Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano had the biggest live gate for a women's fight in the history of boxing. No, it wasn't a women's event. That's bullshit. That's false. You had two women that was on the fucking same card as Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, and that's what the fucking draw was. Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall was an all-women's fucking card. They hold the highest gate for an all-women's event still. Now, ain't it funny how all these race fans got at, so Clarissa Shields is just jealous. Different content creators. Some of you black-ass, coon Sambo-ass motherfuckers was out there talking about, she's just jealous. She's jealous but she's telling the truth. And she's jealous because she's telling the fucking truth. Really? That's how that works? Yeah, because it wasn't an all-women's event. In fact, okay, they were the only fucking women on the fucking card. What the fuck are you even talking about? But once again, let's get the good old boy in front of the camera, because he ain't going to stand up for shit. He going to play nice, play neutral, and completely overlook the facts, then look into the camera and lie to people about what came out of somebody's mouth. He said liquor, y'all. Yeah, you know exactly what the fuck came out of his mouth, and you know what was going on. What's the debate? What's all this bullshit? There's no controversy. It's just people playing stupid. That's all it is. So, I've pretty much covered everything. And, nobody should be shocked about Showbiz. He's a coon. Bottom line. I never took him serious. And I always understood why he has so many followers and subscribers, along with the bots. But bottom line, I always understood why. And if you guys didn't, I'm pretty sure now you do too. So when they talk about, maybe one day they'll say, well, which one of these dudes do you want, to interview you? Who you talk about as far as interviewers? Maybe Tio will say whichever fucking interview, whichever one of the monkeys want the banana. And that would be, out of all these content creators, who? Showbiz. Ain't this the same motherfucker Tio that went on X and sent the message to Andre Ward, said, yo, champ, I don't get an interview? Yeah, it's the same one saying, if you black and you think I'm racist, don't dap me, right? Don't ask me for an interview. Who want to interview your flat, bitch-ass, nose, monkey face ass anyway? Who? Why would any of these motherfuckers want to motherfucking interview you? They should interview you how you show up and fucking lock the door and pull a curtain back, and it's like 50 black dudes that all want to get up close and personal with you. Y'all sit up here and just accept anything. Only these little soft-ass, coon-ass motherfuckers is going to put up with that. You going to tell a black man whichever monkey wants the banana. You wearing a motherfucking Martin Luther King shirt. Y'all fall for anything. Y'all fall for anything. And the sad part about Showbiz, if he understands what a coon is, he has to know that he's one. He fits the description, plain and simple. And if he starts to grow even more and everything that he does, he'll care even less. He can care less now, but he'll care even less. Why? Because once a person finds more individual success, if they got to get on their fucking, if they lay on their fucking bellies, put their hands at their side, and sit there and lick the bottoms of somebody's shoes, if it was put money in their pocket, they do it. They do it live on camera. Yeah, I'm a sellout, but I'm a rich ass sellout. That's all they care about. So y'all got the power to stop that, But hey, it's what I said. If you look at his channel, he got more race fans on his channel. He got more people that want to use him as a see. Even one of your black coon ass nigga fucking ethnic brothers is out here saying that this and that was true or that's false or this, that, whatever. He agrees with us. That's what they do. That's what they do. Well, hey, man, I don't give a fuck. If you marry somebody that's not the same ethnicity as you, but you too much of a bitch to put your foot down and stand up for who and what you are, shit. You nothing but a puppet. Because I guarantee you, shoe another foot, that other person won't let you do that to her or him or their people. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that shit. And in this day and time where nobody really cares about relationships anyway, and y'all motherfuckers is pussy. I don't expect anything different from what I see. That's why I always tell y'all, I'm not desperate. I'm not thirsty to have a bunch of motherfuckers like and subscribe to my shit. I want a stable full of soldiers, full of real down-to-earth people, no matter where you from. And I don't limit it and say, I only want black people on my channel. No, I don't want no coons on my channel, and I don't want no racists on my channel. And I don't want no compromising ass scary motherfuckers who want to sit back and act like what we see isn't real or worth tackling down. Because what you don't understand is this affects us as a people. So when you don't understand something, it's best to just don't say nothing. Just observe and learn. Because why? Even though you mean well, you're going to say the wrong shit. And one day you're going to find yourself in a situation where the same people you trying to just stay away from, nope, they're going to target you. They're going to target your people. Then you're going to want sympathy. Then you're going to want to complain, and people going to look at you like, man, fuck you. Because when we was going through that and dealing with that, you over here backing off and throwing your hands up and just letting motherfuckers say what they want like we're wrong. Like this is a two wrongs don't make a right situation. No, if you're not going to defend yourself in your home, you're not going to defend yourself and your people, what the fuck if you don't stand up for nothing? What the fuck do you stand for? Like Teofimo talking about a bunch of, what do you say? I'm paraphrasing, but something like a bunch of helpless or something about struggling, something about helpless people or something. Don't stand up for nothing but fall for everything. Who the fuck you think he's talking about? And what do you think he was talking about? This little bitch ass, little frail ass motherfucker. What you they rub this shit in your face. They might as well come out and say, you remember how Donald Trump said before his first term started, and he said, I can literally walk down the street with a loaded gun and blow somebody's head off and kill them, and you'll still vote for me. Isn't it ironic how all these racist people that you see these video clips, and I post some of this shit too, where they'll have a situation with people of color and say, Trump's in office now. It's different. Fuck you niggers. And wait, they're open. And you want to know what's crazy? Every clip you see of black people throwing hands and feet is against each other, right? And I'm like, so y'all stand up here and record this racist bitch. Like, what's supposed to happen? Right? They're not firing them from their jobs, are they? That shit goes out, they see it, you should be fired. Yeah. I know people personally right now who got let go from a job because something happened years ago, 20 years ago, with DIFUS. Case was thrown out. All of a sudden, this DEI shit go into effect. Now, all of a sudden, this person been there for years. And something that happened 20 years ago but didn't actually even happen. Nothing. Why? I mean, do you understand? And what happened? A racist person made up a lie about somebody abusing their child. And that shit came up, and now all of a sudden we got a good excuse to let this nigga go. But y'all don't understand this shit. But then when they have a war in the Ukraine, they have shit happening in other countries, Iran, y'all act like we supposed to, motherfucker, nobody cares about the racist shit that we deal with in this raggedy ass country right here that we call home. Y'all still don't get it. No, we supposed to be sending donations to everybody's country. We supposed to be man, do you know that there's places out here, there's states in America that's paying $7.50 fucking cent an hour? Who the fuck can live off of that? And y'all sit up here talking like everybody else got it so bad around the world. But nobody gives a fuck to even lift their voice to speak up for black people. And they always want to show the worst of us. Always. Now we got an openly racist president who proudly stood there and had Teddy Riley coon ass and all these other motherfuckers, and I'm seeing stupid ass comments like Teddy Riley's a fucking icon. Oh yeah, he's a wow. Look at you stupid motherfuckers. He's supporting this racist tangerine ass motherfucker, and y'all should up here talking about this motherfucker's music. But yet you're opening your mouth praising this motherfucker. Oh yeah. I got confidence in this great man. He's gonna lead us. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Elon Musk is a piece of shit. Oh my God, I can't stand him. I hope they get rid of him. But your dumb ass driving Tesla. You know he got stock in it, right? Yeah. I don't support him. Yes, you do. You don't even realize it, but yes, you do. I'm not holding my breath waiting to see what happens. I give you guys the boxing news. So when something comes up about the WBO's decision, I will, do a video on that. But let me say this in closing. I love those that love me. I don't walk around supporting racism. I don't walk around advocating for it. But I do support and advocate to stand up against white supremacy or any injustice done to people in general. And I have done more than my share of looking out for people and still do from all different ethnicities. So can't nobody come to you with that bullshit like, that bullshit in the Bible talking about slaves obey your earthly masters with fear and sincerity of heart as you would Christ. For a good slave is a good Christian. Don't obey those that's only kind to you, but those who are harsh and unjust. Man, fuck that and fuck you. We don't live by that dumb bullshit. But that's the mentality that we have around us. That's the natural order of things, Aries. White people are superior to us. We can't beat them. If you can't beat them, join them. Fuck that and fuck you. I would rather die right now than to fucking live as a slave, scared to stand up and defend mine. Nah, it's not how that works. If somebody broke in your fucking home, would you sit up there, baby, look, I love y'all, but look, ain't no sense of all of us dying, so I'm gonna let them kill you, and I'm gonna go to make sure y'all got a good funeral, and because if I fight back, they gonna kill me too. That's what y'all might as well say, because y'all don't stand up for shit. What do y'all defend and protect? People that are not racist will understand where I'm coming from. If you are racist, fuck you. And I don't need you to understand me. Stay the fuck off my channel. But if you understand where I'm coming from, it's all love and it's all good. It ain't no issue. But I will never change who I am and become some pussy so I can get more views and likes because you motherfuckers are pussy and nothing but a bunch of sambos. I don't deal with people like that. Like I said, real recognize real, it's all love. Racist, fake, full of hate, envious ass, dirty, rotten motherfuckers. I don't have no love for my enemies. It's best y'all stay the fuck away from me. That's all I got for you now. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hair to people. I will catch you guys on the next video. Tell me what y'all think is going to happen with the WBO. Do y'all think they're going to actually do it? Or is it just let me try to make myself look good, or let's detach ourselves because he's making us look bad? Do y'all think justice will be served? Let me know in the comment section. Enough talk.